Jacko Cohen. Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me okay? You get sick of hearing my voice today, or is that okay? Thank you. Yeah.
as night befalls upon the North Ipswich Reserve. Welcome to our game of the week, and of course the home game tonight is the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets up against the Burleigh Bears. So it's going to be a tough battle. Of course, my name is Jacko, and of course we've got our head caller here, Mark Bishop. Bishop, how are you, Bishop?
Good, Jacko. Looking forward to it, mate.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Mate, it's going to be a battle tonight because I suppose you could say the Burleigh Bears have had the mocker on us at this ground. And we haven't had that good, even our last two games against Burleigh, one was here and one was at their home ground, make big scores. Yeah,
they've really got the wood on us at the moment. Burleigh, they what they do, it's nothing. I suppose you could describe it as nothing too flashy, but they do it so well that's what makes them a great side. So the Ipswich Jets are really going to have to be on their mettle today and defend well and try and get that Jet style going and just try and upset Burleigh's rhythm a little bit. But the boys will have to be really going today and try their best and hopefully then they'll get the pineapple at the end. So
yeah. They've Burleigh have made a lot of changes. Obviously, Luke Page is out. He's obviously got a niggling injury from the test when he played for PNG. So they've made quite a lot of changes, but there's still a lot of quality players in there, dangerous players.
Yeah, like I said, Jacko, I think they all read from the same page. So it doesn't matter who comes in, they all know what their job is and how to do their job. So like I said, Ipswich are going to have to really muscle up today and really just focus on themselves and whatever Burleigh throws at them. Take it in their stride and make sure they can defend it and then attack hard at them and keep the footy off them and see what Burleigh can come up with after that.
Well, of course, we do thank everyone. If you're listening in or watching in, we do thank you. We are coming live from the North Ipswich Reserve. And if you are watching this, you're watching it obviously by the Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or you're listening live from 11:97 a.m. or on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. So we do welcome all our listeners and our viewers in tonight. Cheerio to all of you. And of course, make sure you do like us and subscribe to Phoenix Media's YouTube page. Phoenix Media Hub is powered by University of Southern Queensland. I think I need to go back for some grammar lessons. But of course, and we do thank the crew from USQ. There is a massive team behind the scenes. They do such a great job. So a big kudo out to them. So we might go through these teams.
Yes, mate.
Do you want to go for the Jets or?
Yeah, I'll go through the Jets. So,
you don't want to do it.
Yeah, if you want to, mate, it doesn't worry. No. You go the Jets and I'll go Burleigh. Then that'll be the easiest way.
Okay, we'll go first. So lining up in jersey number 1 for the Ipswich Jets, we got Michael Purcell, Peter Gubb in the position number 2, but he'll line up in jersey number 5. Richard Pandya in jersey number 3. Izzy Hafoka in number 6, and number 4 is Rogan Dean. Jacob Teven, very famous surname, and he's related. Number 11 will come in at 5/8. Of course, halfback is Julian Christian, and he'll be a very key instigator tonight to do some things in that halfback role. Of course, coming into the forwards, we got jersey number 8. We've got Blake Lenihan, Kieran Mosley, equally important, and will have a great job in front of him tonight in number 15. Number 10 is Nat Neal, the human wall. Number 16 is Husky T. Number 12 would be Ben White, and Ben Shea in number 13. Of course, coming off the bench, we have Marmon Barber, and you might be able to shed a bit of light on that in a minute. Jaden Collins, number 14. Tamati Pasika, number 17. Mitch Carpenter, number 19. But I believe Mitch will actually start the run-on side for Husky T.
Yeah. Go Burleigh side at the back, Curtis Rowe, Troy Leo, Sammy Semiolala, Josh Burkers, Tyrone Robert Davis make up the back. Josh Rogers, who's very important and very impressive for Burleigh in the 6 jumper with Jamal Fogarty. Really good halves combination there. Jeff Lynch, Pat Politini, Jack Buchanan make up the front row. Dylan Pythian, Sam Stone and Sam Costa, the rest of the forwards. And coming off the bench will be Tanner Boyd, Josh Alamay, Api Noema Matanga and Oliver Percy.
You might be able to shed some light. Marmon Barber off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench, what they're looking for is the big. So they're going to use Big Gubby and Rogan Dean coming in through the middle and taking some hard hit ups, and then maybe when a bit of steam goes out of the forwards, Marmon will come in and could play in the halves, could actually play in the middle somewhere, could come on at hooker as well. There's a multitude of ways they can use him, but we'll just see how. Probably work out how the game pans out. But I think they're just going to use the big bodies and hit a few up into Burleigh and try and tire them out. And then once they're tired, bring Marmon into the fray, and so he can use his quick feet and make a few holes.
And a couple of, I suppose, danger men for Burleigh will be Troy Leo and also Josh Rogers.
Exactly. Josh Rogers is one that the boys did highlight during the video. He's got really good feet. He's a strong lad. And he's not afraid to take the line on either. So he's one that they have to watch. Troy Leo scores tries for fun, so they'll have to be on his medal as well. And then they've got their Pat Politini out of hooker, who's very, very dangerous. He likes to bring his forwards onto the ball. So a lot of the focus of Burleigh's game and structure is around their quick play the balls and then their hooker bringing the forwards up onto the line. So Ipswich are going to have to have good line speed and be consistent at the whole time. And of course, the secret is always to keep the ball off the opposition, and you're halfway there. So Ipswich have to be on their mettle tonight because Burleigh are travelling very nicely.
And you mentioned Pat Politini, he's got a rap sheet on him. It's so good. He played for the Tigers, the Sharks, and finished at the Titans and represented Tonga. So he's an international. He's got the experience. So, they're pretty sort of stacked. And, of course, obviously we mentioned Luke is out tonight, Luke Page.
It'll be a really good matchup between Politini and Kieran Mosley. Both, of course, have played NRL as well. They're both smart and both play a similar game. So it'll be interesting to see who... I think the battle of the hookers will go a long way to see who wins the game tonight. Yeah.
So it will be an interesting one tonight, of course.
Oh, well and truly, mate. Burleigh have a great record against us, and I think... you'll find Troy Leo sort of mentioned in the column that Nunny wrote in the paper during the week that it's a different mindset when they come up to play the Jets because they know that it's not your run-of-the-mill 3 forwards up to a kick or whatever. It's going to come everywhere, so their training intensifies. Their mindset to the game intensifies as well, so they come out really humming and really ready to go. So that's why Ipswich are going to have to be on their mettle for sure.
Well, they're going to have to because we're up against the number 2 team in the ladder. And we're sitting on 8th at the moment. We still need a couple of points to get up Easter in front of us. Of course, they got beaten today, but there's still quite a few points in front of us. So we've got to start winning these games. Yeah, we really have to start worrying about ourselves, Jacko. I think not sort of worrying about what's happening around us, but really get our going. The boys went well up in Townsville last week. Didn't get the result they were after, but the signs were there. So, it's easy to say every week, we're getting better, better, but we have to start to producing. Otherwise, we'll just be cannon fodder if we make the 8 go in there and, you play Team 5 and it'll be all over real quick. But, that's the secret is just play well and if the Jets play to their ability, they'll do well and they'll get over the top of Burleigh. But in saying if Burleigh are on song, then the Jets are really going to have to pull the finger out. Yeah. And, now, you're a man with the finger on the pulse. Injuries. So we're obviously missing the bricklayer.
Yep.
Billy.
Missing Josh Clearland.
So when can we expect to see those guys back?
Billy likes to think he's ready next week every time he gets injured, but Billy might be a couple of weeks. Joshy Clearland should just about be right for Country Week, I think, which is about a month away. Yep. Tyson's probably still... I think Tyson's due date is the last game of the season before the semis. So I think it'll be a matter of how it all pans out as to whether or not Tyson gets another game this year.
Yeah. Well, once again, we'd like to welcome all our watchers, our viewers, not these sort of watchers, our viewers through the Phoenix Media YouTube page, and also our listeners. If you're listening in through 1197 AM. And also on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app, that we do welcome you along and look forward to a great game. And, of course, Bisso, you'll call it as you can see it.
As I can see it,
does
mate,
get
exactly.
a bit dark on these nightly games, but kick-off, there it is.
All right. So Burleigh kicking off, running down towards the river end. Well taken there by Jacob Teven. And Peter Gubb takes the first hit up of the night into the teeth of the Burleigh defence. Once again, for all the Burleigh fans, apologies in advance if I get numbers and names wrong, but I'll give it a red hot crack and we'll see how we roll from there. So Rogan Dean plays the ball. Mosley Blake Lanahan with his first touch of the night, who gets a run on start, Jacko. He's been playing really well off the bench, Blakey, for about 4 or 5 weeks, and Billy being injured, Blake got the run on start, so well done to him. Back across the field comes Nat Neal, also his first touch tonight. So Ipswich do well from the kick-off. They're out to the 40. It's only tackle 4. Kieran Mosley slips out of dummy half. Mitch Carpenter looking for an offload. Still Mitch Carpenter. Handled well there by the Burleigh defence. So tackle 5 for Ipswich, just into the Burleigh's half. Goes to Julian Christian, who lofts it high. Big chase here from Michael Purcell, putting pressure on Curtis Rowe, takes it beautifully and gets collared by Purcell at the same time, and Jacob Teven in there giving a hand. Okay, Burleigh's first touch with the ball. Take it up. Looks like Troy Leo with a touch. He gets tackled 30 from his own line.
So some great work in there from the Jets to get a little bit of field. But of course, as you can see, the attack is now from Burleigh.
So Bollatini, once again, Burleigh just like to hit it up out of dummy half, and Ipswich are accommodating with some good defence, which they must keep up for the full 80 minutes. And again, good metres. They're making 10 a ruck here, Burleigh. Tackle 5, 40 from the Jets line. Goes to Fogarty for the kick. Lofts it high. Purcell leaves it go. And they get the lucky bounce. Julian Christian comes up with the ball, 20 out. So that was fairly lucky there for Ipswich. Michael Purcell elected not to attack the ball and pay dividends. Rogan Dean with the big fend. Should see how big his arms are, Jacko. Don't call him guns for nothing, old rogues. Peter Gubb with a hit up from the other side of the field. Good defence by the 12 there, Sam Stone. Benny Shea gets across the field looking for a little hole in the Burleigh line, but they close it very quickly. Held down a little while, referee lets it go. Pandia out of dummy half, that'll be his first touch of the night as well. Tackled well. Politini in there. Looks like Buchanan underneath. And penalty in a hole in the ball. This will be interesting. What's this one for? Through the leg? No.
Incorrect. Play the ball.
He didn't give a signal for that.
Well, that's something. Well, I could. Yeah, he simply was on the ground, played it backwards, and didn't stand up. So
didn't stand up.
That's the penalty that they didn't want, because it's going to give away valuable space to.
It's nearly unforgivable,
Burleigh.
Jacko, to be giving a penalty when you're in attack.
Well,
it's crazy
exactly.
Stuff. No, Fogarty with the ball to take the tap. Politini, Rogers. Out to one of the back rowers. Looks like Dylan Pythian. Sorry if I got that wrong. They go again to the left, Burleigh. Hitting the line hard. Good defence from the Jets. They need to slow it down here a little bit. It's a big number 8. Looks like Jeff Lynch. Takes a hit up, gets tackled 8 metres from the Jets line. Burleigh looking ominous here. Jets will have to get off their line hard. Oh, great ball from the 6. And another one. Did he get tackled? I think they... Oh, Ipswich managed to knock it out. That was great work from Josh Rogers, who flicked one out to Burkers, who then couldn't quite get it onto Troy Leo, and Ipswich managed to snuff that one out, Jacko.
Well, that was pretty dangerous for the Ipswich Jets, because Burleigh were well and truly on the attack, and all they had in their mind was to get to that line. And some good work there from Josh, and leading into it, and Politini. So now they're going to get the ball back.
Well, it'll be the short drop out here from Purcell, I'd say. There it is, he's raked it high. Oh, he's played on. No, knock on Burleigh. I was going to say there was nearly a blow up from the commentary box there, Jacko, but I managed to hold my tongue.
What I saw was it came off Burleigh, but into another Burleigh player. And then it went backwards. So, effectively it looked like it was, offside, but effectively it still looked like it was on.
It was a fair chicken scratch though. So, luckily for Ipswich, it's come out our way. So, Ipswich scrum feed about 18 metres from their line.
Once again, you're listening into the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets against Burleigh live from the North Ipswich Reserve.
There's Julian Christian, to feed the scrum. Come short side, Christian. Out to Rogan Dean, who slips. A little bit dewy out there tonight. We haven't had any rain for a long while, but it'd still be a little bit dewy.
We did have a little drizzle today, just a light drizzle. And there's no wind, so it's obviously not drying the ground out.
Benny White gets his first touch. Richie Pandia again. No penalties this time, Rich. As he gets monstered. 3-4 Burleigh players in there, trying to slow him down. He gets up and plays the ball correctly this time. Mosley had a dummy half. Fogarty nails him. Teven. Still Teven. Teven across the field gives it to Gubb. Peter Gubb just charges into the teeth of the defence. Well handled there by Burleigh with Josh Rogers down underneath. Burleigh all in front of the referee there, Jacko. But it might be one of those games. Benny Shea.
I wasn't going to say a thing.
Tackle 5. What will Ipswich do this time? Where will the kick come? Julian Christian. Hoisted high again. Purcell's offside, I feel. And Curtis Rowe takes it well, and the referee lets him go, so he's nailed there by Purcell. Burleigh start their set 20 from their own line. Here we go. Sammy Semulala gets tackled. Ipswich defence has been okay so far, Jacko. They're getting it in numbers.
Yeah, no, it has been good. Some of the last games that we've struggled with, the defence just hasn't seemed to be structured, but they're all doing the right thing at the moment. And
I think the big problem has been 20 minutes in, we've managed to just pull up and sort of give it a rest. And as Sam Stone gets nailed there by Julian Christian, when they get to quick play the ball, Fogarty puts it on the toe and kicks it out on the full. So that wouldn't have been something Coach Lenihan would be looking for.
Now these are the sort of breaks that we need, just little things like that, just to give us a bit of better field placement, because now we're on the attack within their half.
When you're not playing well, you have to play with luck, Jacko, and that's something that's, we haven't been playing well, so the luck hasn't been there, but that's probably 2 lucky breaks Ipswich have had in the in the 8 minutes we've been playing, so
may they be forthcoming.
May it do too. As Rogan Dean takes a real good hit up and gets the all-important post-contact meters, whatever the hell that means. Mitchie Carpenter with another good hit up. Ipswich get inside the 30 here. Mosley with a scoop. Hits it out to Julian Christian. He takes him on. Still Christian. Well tackled there by the 13, Sam Costa, with help from the big front rower. Benny Shea goes across the field. Well nailed there by Pythian. Still going Benny Shea, still going forward. A tackle 5 Jets, 3 metres from the Burleigh line. Goes to Teven. Teven with the long ball out. Jaden Connors puts it on the toe. Curtis Rowe in position and gets tackled 8 metres from his own line. So that was a better set from the Jets, Jacko.
Much better set, and he was heading it out this way, and it was, Curtis Rowe, he's such a unique talent for Burleigh, and he's just literally grabbed that one a couple of inches above the ground.
He's well and truly underrated, Curtis Rowe. I don't know how an NRL club hasn't given him another crack. As Lynch charges another one forward. So Burleigh just doing the simple things right. It's Fogarty. Fogarty comes across field. Well tackled there by Benny White Low with the help of Isiofoka. They wrestle him to the ground. Tackle 5 Burleigh. There's Ipswich in front of the referee, Jacko, so she's not a one-way street. As he's just outside the 40, puts it up. Purcell should swallow this, and he's got plenty of room to move here. The Kangaroo catcher takes him on through the middle. They managed to knock him down with a good line from Burleigh. What have Ipswich got here, Jacko?
Attack. And we need it.
To Gubb. Peter Gubb charges in the line. Good tackle down low there from Pythian again. Richie Pandia out of dummy half. Makes a few metres. Tries to get the quick play the ball. Rogan Dean out of dummy half. Ipswich are happy just to take the dummy half rucks here, Jacko, but they're going well. Rogan Dean gets tackled 8 metres into the Burleigh half. Benny White, dummy half. Julian Christian goes across looking for runners. Hits Teven. Teven going across. Teven going through the hole. Oh, just managed to get tackled there. That was a great tackle out there by Sammy Semulala. Back inside. Christian with the ball. Looking to hoist it high, and he does. Kicks it out this side to Ben White. And it's a knock on there from Robert Davis. And Ipswich get it back. So 6 more tackles for Ipswich. They need to settle. Make Burleigh pay here. Blake Lenihan takes a hit up into the teeth. Looking to get an offload, but Burleigh cobbling with 3 people. Slow play the ball. Be what Burleigh wants. Mosley, long pass out of dummy half. Hits Christian. Christian with the step. Just gets tackled there. Great tackle from the Burleigh 13, Costa. And penalty Ipswich. Not square at marker.
Just coming back a couple of plays, Jacob Teven, that was a great run by Jacob. Took it around on that right-hand side and got into the attack of Burleigh and was just luckily pulled down about 15 out. But there's been some good play, and this is what Jets need. They just need to look at what they're doing and concentrate that, we are attacking Burleigh. Looks like they're going to go for a goal here.
They are taking the 2. It took a little while for the message to get out there, but much better from Ipswich, Jacko.
Much better.
Yeah, Teeman went across the field there. They just managed to knock him to get hold of his jersey just before the support got there. So it was good work from Jakey in his second game into Intrust Cup. So that was real well. But the forwards are doing their job as well. And looks like the Jets are happy just to dummy half and get the big boys in there with Rogan Dean and Peter Gubb and, Richie Pandy.
Rogan's been in a fair bit, and as has Peter Gubb. But Jacob Teevan, yes, you do know the name. Craig Teevan's young fella. So the family dynasty continues here at the Ipswich Jets.
And, of course, Jake's uncle Rowan played for the Broncos, the first ever Broncos.
Exactly.
Was signed by them when they signed their 30 or 40 or whatever they had. But he's in the original poster.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Rowan.
Uncle Rowan.
They're actually families out of Oakey.
Yep. Well, no doubt they're here today. And
I dare say Craig's here somewhere. Yes, I haven't seen him today, but he'll be here somewhere proudly watching, maybe sitting in the corner, just trying to keep out of the limelight.
Yeah, he would.
Well, we've got a little bit of break in play. Of course, all of our welcomes. I'd like to welcome Trish Shea, who'll be watching down outside. What was it, a little place outside of Canberra, where it'll be about -1,000 probably tonight. Sydney. And, of course, Nat's mum and dad over in New Zealand. All right, they'll be watching, and any of the other supporters that are over the ditch. So, hello to everyone.
On the Jets League Cup scoreboard, it is 2 to the Ipswich Jets, and, of course, Burleigh yet to score. We do thank everyone for listening in through 11:97 a.m. and, of course, on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. If you are watching us on the Phoenix Media YouTube page, well done. Thanks for joining us tonight.
And if you want to shout out, hey, Jacko, get on that. The boys are monitoring the socials, so if you need a shout out, give us a yell.
I've got the big nod from them.
Yeah, and we'll see how we go. So nice big deep kick off there from Burleigh, taken by Teevan. Here's the Gubb. Charges it back into the defence as well, but met solidly and tackled on the 10. It was a good hit. Good hit from the Burleigh back rowers. Christian, Lenahan. Met by the number 4 there for Burleigh, Josh Burke, because that was a good tackle down low, and Burleigh managed to slow the play the ball down really well. Mosley, Rogan Dean again. He charges in. Good tackle, Sam Stone, with the help of the big number 10 there in Jack Buchanan. So they slow the play the ball down. Mosley, the short dummy. Benny Shea gets across the field. Still Benny Shea. Still going Benny Shea. Good. There's the old post-contact meters again, Jacko, that everyone seems to love. It means nothing. Nat Neal. Good hit up into the teeth of it. Still going Nat. Still pumping the legs. So that'll be tackle 5, Ipswich. 40 out from Burleigh's line. What sort of kick have they got this time? Goes to Christian. He runs this time. Ben White. Ben White out to Issy. Issy a focus. Still gets it away. Benny White's got the ball back. Michael Purcell. He hoists it high and will and get taken out from the chase. This will be interesting. Play on, ref. Curtis Rowe gets tackled by Richie Pandia. Well, there we go. Sammy Semulala charges one back up into the teeth of ruck, and he's met well by the second row combination. Benny White, Benny Shea. Ooh. And a high penalty there. Mitchie Carpenter on the 2, Troy Leo. Well, there's a pressure release there.
A very big pressure release, but it was disappointing we didn't get any off that tackle on Michael after the kick. We really needed that one. Like Percy hoisted it high, but then to be taken out and nothing acted on, that's a bit of a poor effort.
He wasn't getting tackled when he kicked it, and then as he took off, I think it was Jack Buchanan grabbed him. But anyway, that's playing without luck, Jacko, as we said before.
Let's hope the luck has
attacking again. Well tackled there. He's Lynch. Quick play the ball. Onto Buchanan. Tackled well low by Ben White. Looks like Burleigh going to attack the short side. No, they go open as I say it. Rogers with a good short ball to Pythian. He gets a quick play the ball. Politini up and out. Back to Rogers. Rogers tries to take the line on. Back to Politini. Politini scheming. Long ball. Hits Stone. Stone with a good fend. Big rangy lad's got a good fend on him. But well tackled there by Christian with the help of Benny White. Politini, dummy half. Look for the short runner. No, goes out the back. Double lead goes out the back. Still Burleigh. Curtis Rowe kicks it straight to Richie Pandia. So there's a good defensive set there from the Jets, Jacko.
A great defensive set. The attack, a duo now, Politini and Rogers. They were in that all the way, but just couldn't break that line. And, of course, that last kick was
Peter Gubb with a great hit up. Takes 2 to bring him down. Another hit up. Isia Foka. All 73 kilos of him bringing wet charges into the teeth of the defence. Christian with a long ball out to Dean. Rogan Dean using that big fend. Still going Dean. Burleigh managed to get him out. That's a great tackle from the 4 and the 5. Burkers and Roberts Davis managed to drag Rogan Dean out. Just got him on the wrong foot. He couldn't get his feet and they dragged him out. So it'll be a scrum feed Burleigh. About 2 metres into the Jets half, Jacko.
Rogan's made some good meterage tonight. But, just a little bit close and no one there to help push him back in. And, a bit of dew and it is a bit slippery out there.
He half had Robert Davis on the outside then, and then Burkers come over and helped. And when Burkers got under him, Rhodes was on the wrong foot. Just all the weight drive. Couldn't hit the ground. Couldn't hit the ground quick enough, and Burkers and Roberts Davis did great work to hold him up to get him out. So well done to them.
I think if you're a Jets fan, you can be excited at the moment because they I'd say they've got their A game on.
Well, I think this is the danger point too, Jacko. We're nearly 20 minutes into the game, so see which side cracks first. As Samuelala still standing in the tackle, managed to put him down. Good work from Teven, and is that Benny White out there as well. So as a flat ball into Lynch. He gets tackled well. Ben White again making the tackle. Politini bringing those forwards on. They go out the back. Fogarty still going. Roberts Davis with the ball. Still going Roberts Davis. There's a penalty here. To Burleigh. This will be Rogan Dean managed, just as Burkers let the ball go, Rogan's tackled and lifted, but I don't think there was any damage done. And if it's a late tackle...
So he's seen this one, but missed the Purcell one.
That one was fairly blatant from Rogues, but I don't think there's anything in it. He hit low, and the perfect way to tackle is to hit low and drive up, Jacko. That's the way we're all taught, but the referees don't like when you hit low and drive up. But he got him in a dangerous position, and he's went well and truly above the parallel. So that's a fair penalty as well. So
we'll see how good the defence is this time for the Ipswich Jets.
Buchanan charges one up. He gets tackled 15 metres from the Ipswich line. Important set here for Ipswich. Curtis Rowe comes up through the middle looking for support and managed to put him down. Benny White, once again, he's done a ton of work in defence. Fogarty at dummy half. Goes to the big 10 and Buchanan. He gets tackled, looking for a quick play the ball. Politini hits the back runners. Rogers off the left foot. He gets tackled. Good tackle. Jets are holding at this stage. They go short side again. It's gone backwards. Still backwards. Come across. Fogarty now with the ball. Drops Stone under. Stone back into the teeth of the defence and nearly gets through. Ben White underneath. Mitch Carpenter comes in and slows it down. Last tackle, Burleigh. Goes to the front rower. 6 to go. I missed that one. That's why the front rower didn't kick it. Fogarty misses Stone. Curtis Rowe hits Burkers. Oh, great low tackle there. Isia Foka. Tremendous tackle. They spin it back to the left. Fogarty with a dummy. Comes back into the middle. Looking for a hole. Ipswich managed to hold him up. That's tackle 3, I think, of the reset. So Ipswich really need to muscle up here. Politini, dummy half. Goes for the kick. Play on. Teven picks it up. Oh, great ankle tap. Tremendous ankle tap there from Burleigh. And now he's penalised for hold down in the tackle. That was great work from the big 11, though, Dylan Pythian, to make the ankle tap, and then he give all the good work away by holding him down in the tackle, Jacko.
Oh, look, great work for the Ipswich Jets. They were peppered by Burleigh with the 6 to go, and you did miss it, but I just happened to see the ref put his hand up, and I'm thinking, they're up against it here, but we held them out, and of course then the ball started to go backwards a bit more. And
I think if Teven doesn't get that at 6 to go again, I didn't see him he doesn't restart to play the ball until Burleigh get the ball back, but it come off Jets. Whether or not they play it at it, I'm not sure. As Rogan Dean takes it off the tap. Still going Rogan Dean. Makes 5 metres after the... I keep saying that post-contact. I hate it. I don't know what it's for. I don't know who looks at it, who wants it, who thinks it's good. But anyway, somebody loves it. Mitchy Carpenter carries defenders 5 metres with him. It takes 3 to bring him down to slow down to play the ball. Carpenter plays at 30 from the Burleigh line. Christian underneath Ben Shea. Good tackle there from Politini. The 9 wraps up the ball. Still going Benny Shea. Still going Benny Shea. Needs a quick play the ball. Mosley dummy half. Christian. Nat Neal. Spies a hole. Thinks he's a centre. Does well. Gets tackled 5 metres from the Burleigh line. Good quick play the ball. Richie Pandia dummy half. Hits Teven. Hits Christian. As Burleigh come up nice and quick. Still Teven. Ben White. Benny White with a bit of footwork trying to get around Fogarty, but Fogarty hangs on to him. Good tackle, Jamal Fogarty. Last tackle, Ipswich. Goes to Christian. Puts it down on the ground. Still alive, still alive. The ball's still alive. Jets are cheering.
Yeah, there's lots of
Looks
cheering.
like a big try, Ipswich. Number 4, we think. Jakey Teven. Jakey Teven with a great try. That was a great little kick from Julian. The ball, we got, geez, talking about playing with luck, Jacko. We got a couple of lucky bounces there and managed to charge through and score the try.
That was fantastic work. And let's go back to the point where it started down here. On this end of our ground, that good run taken, got the penalty, and that's how we've got up this end. And, of course...
The good part about that, I suppose, from Jakey's point of view, is he started it because he chased hard to get the ball and got the ball and got nailed down, and then he's pushed up, put the effort in and got through on the lucky kick and scored the try. So
some fantastic work.
Yeah, I just spotted Craig just sitting down a couple of rows down there, Jacko. That's what I was pointing at before.
Oh, okay.
So Mum and Dad were very excited when Craigie got over the line, so that's...
I'm sure he would have.
That's great work. So Michael Purcell to take the kick now from in front. He should be able to throw this over. I reckon you could throw a bag of bananas over from there, Jacko. Right. And, so Purcell lines it up, and Jacko's just made his way out of the box. And when Jacko gets to the target, we'll just charge him over. So Jacko's made it. All right, Jacko, I'll let you go, mate.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm in the grandstand and I'm with Jacob's dad, Craig. How are you, Craig?
Yeah, good, Jacko. Very well, mate.
Mate, you must be pretty proud. He's doing really well tonight.
Yeah, he is. I'm really happy he made his debut last week, and good to see him play in the flesh for the first time.
Chip off the old block, is he?
Oh, he's playing a little bit better than I used to.
Come on. You're selling yourself short, mate. But, mate, he's doing well tonight, so you must be very proud.
Yeah, I am, mate. I am. So as long as I can keep it going, it'll be great.
Okay.
Cheers, Jack.
All right, so great work. So Michael Purcell kicks the goal. So Ipswich Jets 8, Burleigh 0 with just over 16 minutes to go. So going all the Jets' way at this stage, Jacko?
Yeah, it is. You couldn't hear it, but
no,
which is sad, but... He's a pretty proud dad, and he's wrapped him. He said he's a lot faster than I was.
Well, I tell you what, that wouldn't be hard because Craig wasn't the fastest bloke going. But the one thing for him is he's got 3 more origins than a lot of other blokes going.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He's got 100% success rate with his origin appearances. He keeps reminding me of that when I work
well
with
and truly. As Rogan Dean gets the ball, takes another hit up, keep going. There's a good tackle there from Burleigh. Managed to get him on the ground and slow to play the ball down. Mosley, Lenahan with a hit up. Oh, and an offload. Well done. Ipswich weren't quite awake, but Benny White managed to scrap the ball up. He throws a long ball out. Nat Neal. He charges into the teeth of the defence. Takes 3 to bring him down. He's still not on the ground. Still manages to hold. And gets the penalty.
Oh, that's what we need. Because this is going to give us more field, I suppose, more acreage to play with and going to get us closer to the line. So, and at this point in time on the Jets Leagues Club scoreboard with 13 out? 15. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on.
You're
15 out. But we really need this.
Well, this is usually the tipping point in the game, Jacko, for the Jets is that, we've gone well for the first 20 and then faded a little bit, as has happened in a few of the games. So I think...
That's not going to happen this time.
Well, no, this is when they really need to hold their mettle and really dig in and show what they've got and hopefully, starve Burleigh of the ball and make them do some more tackling. And that'll make a difference, take a bit of gas out of him as Nat Neal hits one up and gets tackled 20 metres from the Burleigh line right in the centre of the field. Mosley had a dummy half. Christian looking for runners. It's Rogan Dean coming back on the angle. Rogan charges in there like a big watermelon and he gets tackled 10 metres from the try line. Slow play the ball. Mosley looking for runners. It's Christian across. Still Christian. It's Pandia coming, or Michael Purcell, sorry. Back across the field. Darren Burleigh to come and tackle him. This looks like a game of touch football at the moment. Michael Purcell to stand there. Burleigh not game to bite. Benny White with the ball. Still Benny White goes back across the field. Nat Neal, he knows one way and charges into the defence. Still going, Nat Neal. Still going, Nat Neal. Still going. Takes 4, 5, 6 Burleigh defenders to stop him. Right under the goalpost. A great one from Nat Neal.
That is a wall of white.
Christian with the bomb. He's bombing out here for Rogan Dean. Can he climb high? Great take, Robert Davis. So that was a bit of a fizzing finish for the Jets there, Jacko.
But we're putting Burleigh under pressure.
Exactly, as Robert Davis brings the ball out and takes the tap for the 7 tackle set. So he's a tackle 0. He's locking him in. No, he wasn't locking him in. He was locking him in to start. He said locking him in and then gave away the penalty.
Not what we need.
No, there's a pressure valve there straight away. You've got to roll away. Anyway, Burleigh would take a big sigh of relief here as they look to... Josh Alamai looks to warm up for Burleigh to come on the field.
They didn't gain a lot of metres in that kick. They probably only gained about 15.
Big Josh Alamai and the 15 came on for Jeff Lynch. So Stone takes a hit up. He gets tackled just inside Ipswich half. Alamai with his first touch of the ball. Ipswich struggle to get him on the ground, but they do. Blake Lenihan underneath. Carpenter and Shea over the top. Politini with a quick scoot out of dummy half. It's when he's most dangerous. It's the 13 in Sam Costa. He gets tackled about 20 from Ipswich line. Politini again up and out of dummy half. Rogers. Oh, Curtis Rowe with a great ball out to the winger.
And he's gone out.
Get there. Troy Leo. No, the Ipswich managed to get him into
push him out.
So this is great there from Curtis Rowe.
This is fantastic work from the Ipswich Jets. They've got their A game switched on with the defence and making sure that these guys are going to have to work to get over that line.
When you play the top team, Jacko, you've got to be on song, otherwise you get punished. And so far, Ipswich are playing well. And Burleigh have had chances and just couldn't quite get them. And it hasn't been to their detriment. It's been to the good defence of the Jets.
The past 2 games they've played us have been 42-something. So do you think they're going to get frustrated by not knowing they can score big, but they're not? Do you think frustration will sneak in, or do you think they're a bit more switched on than that?
No, the frustration could sink in, but what Jimmy would probably hoping for to get to half-time at this score or put some points themselves or get to that 8-0 and go, righto, we need to refocus, get back to what we do well.
Yeah.
And Ipswich will be in the same boat and go, look, we did it for 40. We need to do it for another 40.
Yeah.
And that'll get them the victory. So as Isiafoka gets tackled 25 from his own line. Slow play the ball. Mosley. Rogan Dean met front on by Jamal Fogarty, who manages to hang on with the help of Stone and bring him to ground. Mosley is Husky Tautai's on the field now. So the 2 front row, one of the edge players, Mitchie Carpenter. Mitchie Carpenter gets the rest along with Blake Lenihan. Timo Paskey, look out for that offload, Jacko. Timo's got great footwork at the line and a great sneaky offload. Last tackle, Ipswich, goes to Christian. Hoiks it high again. Purcell chasing through. Curtis Rowe charging up into the line. Takes it well, Curtis Rowe. The ball comes out the back. Whether that was a strip or a pass, but it's worked out well for Burleigh, and it's 6 to go.
No.
As is an injury. Pick up who that is. That might be Jacob Teven. Might be a head clash there.
It's been good work from the Jets so far. So they've just got to keep this pressure on Burleigh because
they can't switch off, Jacko.
They can't.
As much as, we like to talk up how good Ipswich are going, Burleigh's not second for no reason. And they've got, they'll probably say, well, we're playing a bit under. Yeah. And Ipswich are probably going that little bit better than what they usually are. But it's all about pressure, as we've seen last Sunday night. If you don't turn up ready to go at 100%, you get your pants pulled down and your bum spanked, and that's what happened in Queensland last weekend, And it's the same deal, no matter what level of footy you're playing. You turn up the interest and you're not ready 100%, you'll get beaten by the bottom side.
Exactly.
So
all I can say at the moment, looking at what the Jets have done tonight, they've come out wanting to win. They've come out wanting to play. They've come out switched on. With
a good attitude.
It's a great attitude.
It's probably been missing the last couple of weeks. So it is Jakey Teven that's injured. Dean Arbonaut, the long-time Ipswich trainer, has given him the all clear, and away we go.
He's been with us a long time, hasn't he, Dean?
Dino,
and I suppose we must...
I think he's been the same time as me, actually. He came over, I'm nearly sure he might have been started strapping the Colts in 2011.
Wow.
And when Barra went to Melbourne,
Dino
stepped up and he's been with the Cup since. So.
And Barra was doing State of Origin.
He was too. He, as a penalty goes to Burleigh for chopping the ball out. Yeah, Barra, they've been wanting him, Kevy's wanted him at State of Origin since it started, and Melbourne were saying no. And end up this year they relented and said, well, if it's good enough for the players, it's got to be good enough for the staff. So he did a great job too, Barra.
And of course, a big cheerio to all our support staff. It doesn't matter what position they hold. People like yourself, they're in the background doing coaching help.
Zalamai takes it 3 off the tap and gets tackled 8 metres into the Jets half. Fogarty, the short side, hits the big centre. Isia Foka misses a tackle, hits a centre in Burkers, who manages Ipswich bring him down 10 metres from the line. So tackle 2, so big chance here for Burleigh. Roberts Davis gives it out. It's a 13. Costa gets tackled under the goalpost by Husky Tautai. Quick play the ball. Politini shits it out to Rogers. Rogers out to, looks like Dylan Pythian out there. He gets tackled. Richie Pandia, good tackle. So Burleigh, 10 out. Rogers back on the inside. Alamay. He loves a try line run, Jacko. Big Josh Alamay. The ball's come out, and he said stripped Ipswich. So that's a silly penalty to give with 8 minutes to go right in front of your try line. So Burleigh, slow it down. What will they do? They tap it.
Got a big cheerio from Denise and Alan Neal listening in.
That's Mum and Dad.
So well done.
Beautiful. Hello to them. It's here we can open out. Alamai back on the unders line. Charges into the teeth of the Ipswich defence, but Ipswich holds strong and managed to drive him back. Benny Shea, last man out of the tackle. Politini out of dummy half. Rogers changes side. Stone. Big leg. Great tackle there. Julian Christian underneath. And penalty Burleigh again. Hold down Benny White. Once again, the referee will call the captain out and say the next one who does this will get sin binned.
This is where
get this off the TV.
Yeah. This is where the betcha just, as you said before, maybe is it creeping in the 20-minute thing? Well, that's after 20 minutes, but still.
Well, I just think they're just trying to hold him out, Jacko, as Fogarty takes a tap. They don't want to give him any ground. I think that might be... Is that Oliver Percy on the field? As the Jets rush up, Josh Stone gets across the line. No, great tackle, Christian. Just short of the line. That was a great tackle, Julian Christian.
I thought he got over.
Benny White. Politini gets monstered by the quick Ipswich defence as Fogarty's got the ball. Still going Fogarty. He gets tackled 5 metres from the line. Another penalty. And he's given 10 minutes to somebody. Somebody from Ipswich has got 10 minutes in the bin. Looks like Husky Tautai. Well, he did warn him. He said the next penalty will get 10 in the bin. There's another one of it's the referees don't like the rushing Jets defence, Jacko.
No, I've realised that over the years.
And that's what they penalise them for. And if the dummy half's got the ball, he's allowed to be tackled. As the penalties have broken out now to 8-3 Burleigh. but I think 5 of those Ipswich have given away in the last 3 or 4 minutes. So
Yeah.
Burleigh penalty. Fogarty, 10 metres out. Can the Ipswich defence hold? Rogers. It's like Costa. Gives the ball away. Samuelala. Still going, Samuelala. He gets tackled a couple of metres from the Ipswich line. Ipswich rush off the line again. Good tackle low by the Jets, by Benny White. Politini out of dummy half, goes back to blindside as Curtis Rowe slides through the defence and scores a try. Well, that come after 4 or 5 repeat sets that Burleigh have had at the line, and we wished and willed that the Jets wouldn't break, and unfortunately it's just one missed tackle and Curtis Rowe slides through the line and scores a try.
Let's just go back a bit. How long have they been down here? How many penalties have been given against us? Yep, I'll agree. There's some little things in there, but there's some things that have happened that only the referee can see. And then, of course, now we're down to 12 men. So we're gonna break eventually, I suppose. So we do have Bears fans listening in, so I suppose you can now jump for joy.
It is one of those things, though, Jacko. You just have to keep defending hard. Even if you're a man down, you just got to double up and work harder. And you know, a set of defence is only 60 seconds, and these boys have been at training hard since November. So there's no reason why you can't work hard for 60 seconds. But eventually, pressure tells, and it only takes one little slight miss of a tackle. And Curtis Rowe's been dangerous all game as well. So for him to get the ball that far out from the line, you have to make sure you make the tackle or he's going to score 100% of the time. And
Politini and Rogers have still been very active down there. Like every second, third name you'll bring out is Politini. And so they're down there. They're trying to break that line.
Well, when you get into the opposition's try zone like that, all you try and do is get repeat sets. If you can't get points, you get another set. And they've been lucky enough that 3 or 4 tackles in, they've been getting a penalty. So there's their repeat set each time. So the big thing, and like they did then, they didn't panic. Burleigh didn't panic at any time.
No.
Just hit away at it. As that's a great kick from the number 7, Jamal Fogarty, who puts it over. So with just over 4 minutes to go, the Savage Pest Control Ipswich Jets 8, the Burleigh 6.
And once again, we do thank you if you're watching in via Phoenix Media Hub's, or I should say Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or if you are listening in via 1197 AM and on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. We do thank you for listening in and also watching us. It's been, apart from that little bit of bad luck down that end, but we've played pretty good for this for the 35 minutes, I should say, 35 and a bit.
It's been a big improvement from the Jets from the last couple of times we've called, Jacko, that they've really sort of dug in and shown a fair bit of steel today to hold out a really good side. But Burleigh will keep coming, that's for sure. So the Purcell to kick off and kicks it long. That's an unusual kick for Ipswich, as Burleigh were all ready for it, but well stopped by Sam Stone, who gets nailed by Benny White over the top with Isia Foka underneath. Politini hits Buchanan. Alamai spills it. Kieran Mosley, might be Richie Pandya, manages to catch it on the full. He might get a game tonight, Jacko, with a catch like that. Well, the Aussies are going well in the World Cup. All right, Benny Shea goes into the teeth. Takes 3 to bring him down. The Burleigh do well. They slow the play the ball down very well. Mosley out of dummy half. Christian drops Ben White under. He goes back to where the play the ball come from. Still going across the field, Benny White. Looking for runners. Still going Benny White. Still going Benny White. They can't tackle him. He's got spotted. Ben White still gets through the line half. Samuelala manages to bring him to the ground. So great run, Ben White. He's gone across the field. Pandya picks it up. He takes them on. Burleigh managed to get him fairly easily. As Ipswich go back to blindside, that Nat Neal with a hit up. Peter Gubb, dummy half. He passes. Not a very good one. Mosley looking for runners. Nat Neal Nat Neal, well handled. They pick him up and drive him back. Lynch and Politini. That was a great tackle. So tackle 5, 30 out. Ipswich goes to Christian. Christian fakes the kick and kicks. Purcell chasing hard. Curtis Rowe looking to get to the ball. He's let it bounce. Purcell gets a bounce and scores. Great try, Ipswich.
Great work. Oh, how good was that?
It was a really nothing kick. The ball come to the left-hand side and Julian Christian looked to kick it and then faked and went back, looked to run and then kicked it again, and Percy chased hard, and Curtis Rowe, I think, might have lost it in the lights, or it was a floating kick and he couldn't get to it.
Couldn't get to it.
Went straight through his hands and bounced up, and Percy, the man on the spot, catches it and scores a great try for Ipswich with just under 60 seconds to go. So that's what the doctor ordered, Jacko.
Yeah, definitely what the doctor ordered. So this is going to be great work. So on the Jets League Cup scoreboard, it is 12-6 with a kick to come. So this will take us out to 14-6. So this will be a good buffer to go in at half-time with only seconds left.
Well and truly, especially after Burleigh had scored that try and put them on a high going into half-time, and Ipswich managed to hit back virtually from the next set, from the kick, just about from the kickoff, because from that set, Alami's dropped the ball.
Yep.
Ipswich managed it started from a great run from Benny White, who went across the field jet style. Richie Pandia come back across, and Julian, they hung off a little bit, looking that Julian was going to do the same thing, and he's put the kick up, and luck has it. So
and a lot of people say, why do they go backwards and forwards? That was a classic example of why, because eventually it did break open on that right-hand side attack. So, their defence is lacking over on that side. As the full-time hooter goes, we're just waiting for this kick.
So great work from Ipswich. They'll be really happy with that finish as Purcell lines her up. He's roughly about 10 or 12 in from touch on his favoured side. So still waiting. He takes an eternity, Percy, to kick the ball. Visualising that it'll go through, Jacko, I think is the word they use. Talking to himself.
Is he there going, I am one with the goalpost?
I am a kicker. I am salt and pepper. And he's put it straight through the post, so it's worth the time.
It's excellent. So that takes us out to
14-6 half-time.
So that's some great work there. So, I'd say it's nail-biting stuff, but the boys have played well.
Yeah, and that's been the big thing all the way through, Jacko, is with the last couple of games, they haven't been playing well, but tonight they've played well and they've showed a fair bit of resilience. And, to Burleigh's credit, they probably aren't at 100% tonight. They've had a few blokes out, so that may well have mixed them up a little bit. But Ipswich are really digging in and they defended well. It took Burleigh 35 minutes to crack them. Curtis Rowe goes through 5 minutes out. I think the only other time was come down the short side when Burkers went through. Isia Folk had missed a tackle and Burkers went through and they managed to knock him over. So it's been really good defence from Ipswich. They haven't given Burleigh really too many chances.
So the coaches will be pretty happy, I'd say, going in at half-time.
They will be happy, but they'll also be know that and it takes another 40 minutes. Yeah. They're always excited, the boys, when you go in there, but they know it's going to take another 40-minute effort to get the result that they're after, because Burleigh won't go away. That's one thing that we know for sure.
And the sad thing is we're down to 12 men for about
for another 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes.
That
second half.
Burleigh scored a try on us when we're down to 5, and then we managed to score another one when with that many as well. So it's a zing and zang at the moment to say that we're going well. So that's where we're standing at the moment. It is 14-6 at half time. So once again, we do thank you for either watching or tuning in via Phoenix Media. And of course, if you are watching on 1197 and the Phoenix Media Radio, or I should say Phoenix Radio, we will be back in a few minutes. So go and grab a drink, a cup of coffee, whatever you'd like, something to eat. It's going to be a bottler of another 40 minutes of football.
Once again, welcome back to the North Ipswich Reserve. It is round 15. The Burleigh Bears taking on the Ipswich Jets, and at the moment we've got the upper hand over the Burleigh Bears. And we'd like to thank you for watching in on Phoenix Media's YouTube page, or if you're listening in through 1197 AM or on Phoenix Radio via the TuneIn app. We do welcome everyone as the Burleigh side. So, mate, we're looking half decent. Long way to go, though.
Yeah, they're nice and calm in the dressing room. The coaches had a little bit to say, but it was all about just doing what we've been doing and reinforcing that the effort has to still be there. You know, don't think they're not going to roll over. So just keep plugging away what they're doing. They've got 3 minutes 3 minutes 10 or something until they're a full book.
Yep.
So keep doing exactly what you're doing and don't ease up and make sure the effort is there, and that's the big thing that the boys are after. So
yeah,
hopefully that's what happens.
Oh, well, time will tell. We're about to launch into 40 minutes of football. And just waiting for... he's pointing to something up there. He's probably found the North Star. Here we go.
Purcell with the long kickoff. Down into the corner. Right, as Burleigh charge it out from their end. Ipswich drive back there. Looks like the big number 10 in Buchanan. Josh Alamay gets tackled. Good tackle, Nat Neal. Stops him in his spots. For Burleigh, as they just punch away, try and make some yards against Ipswich's defence is well and truly up to it. It was a good run there from Costa. So Alamai again, second touch in the set. Met front on by Nat Neal, Benny Shea. They wrestle him to the ground. So tackle for Burleigh, 40 metres from their own try line. Comes to the short side. Rogers with a kick, just looking for space and manages to get it out. Hits just shy of the 20 metres. So Burleigh might show their intent there, Jacko. That's probably only the third kick in general play from Burleigh. I don't think Ipswich have kicked in general play yet.
No, they haven't.
Memory. All that Ipswich have done is bomb it. I think Burleigh have kicked it a couple of times, but there hasn't been too much general play kicking at all today.
No, there hasn't.
Jamal Fogarty kicked one out on the full earlier, and the rest of them have sort of all been midfield bombs.
That's so correct. So what does that tell you? That they feel that they can get through the defence of Burleigh?
Yeah, and vice versa. I think Burleigh back themselves to probably, just keep the pressure on Ipswich and hope that they will fold at some time. And it took 35 minutes for them to fold the first time, so Burleigh will be looking to cut that time down. But as Ipswich supporters, we'll be hoping it doesn't happen again. So Peter Gubb with a hit up. Charges into the line, gets tackled 30 from his own line. Mosley, dummy half. Shoots the ball out. Rogan Dean. Takes 3 to be. They pick him up and carry him.
They're trying.
But he's held.
He's a strong boy.
He is a very strong man, Rogan. Benny White goes into the teeth. Good tackle there from Lynch. They get him on the ground. Ends up on his back, Benny White. So that'll slow the play the ball down well and truly. Benny Shea. Benny Shea looking there in the defence to come get him. As over the top is the 11, Pythian. So last tackle, Ipswich. Christian hoiks it high again. Chased hard by Purcell, putting the pressure on Curtis Rowe. Lets it bounce again. Ipswich, it's gone everywhere, knocked backwards. Burleigh, he manages to get to it, Curtis Rowe, but that's the last 2 kicks he's let bounce, Jacko. So whether he can't see him or Christian is really hitting those floating bombs well.
No, and that's pretty close to their line, so that gives us a bit of field placement. So, yeah, he's struggling with those high ones.
Yeah, it might be something with the light, or it could be just the way that Christian is kicking it as well. As Husky Tautai down on the sideline, ready to come back to give Ipswich the full 13. Jacob Teven underneath. Benny Shea over the top.
Husky's back on.
Big bunch of grapes in there, Jacko, as Timoto comes over the top. The 13, Costa. A little bit high, but he lets it play on. A quick play the ball. Husky Tautai comes on the field, gives away a penalty. The dummy half picks the ball up. The marker's allowed to move, but he's saying he's not square. That's one of those penalties that could have gone either way, and unfortunately for the Jet supporters, it's gone against them.
So Nat, the captain, will have a chat to the ref and say, why?
What he said it wasn't square, but he played the ball and the ball sat there, so effectively there's no ruck, so the marker's allowed to move. But I think what he will say is that he wasn't square to start with, so fair enough. Right, Burleigh on the attack just inside the Ipswich line. Rogers with a long ball, hits Politini out to Alamai. Charges into the line. Ipswich are handling him okay so far this half, so hopefully that continues for the Ipswich supporters.
Well, that's what
Rogers,
we need.
short ball, Costa. Politini. Rogers again. Good tackle, Teven up top underneath Nat Neal. Good tackle of the 11 there in Dylan Pythian. Sorry, I think I've pronounced that about 4 different ways the last 3 times too.
You'll get it
10,
right.
10, Jack Buchanan hits it up, so apologies to his family if I'm getting it wrong. Fogarty goes across the field, out the back to Curtis Rowe. Still Curtis Rowe. He's gone through the line. Missed tackle by Zat out there. You see a Foker again, and Curtis Rowe scores. Not what Jets were looking for early in.
No, there was some quick play in there, and I suppose the Jets couldn't regroup that side, and that ball just continued out on that right-hand side.
Well, I think they had them covered. That's just a clear miss by Issy, who he won't be happy with. I think that's twice. That's 2 tackles he's missed clean. One where they made the breakdown here on the grandstand side late in the second half, and then Issy's has missed Curtis Rowe clean there. The Ipswich had the numbers, and it was just a matter of marking up and making a tackle, and Issy's managed to miss him on the right shoulder. So, but nice work from Burleigh though. They got down there and kept the pressure. All
they've came back
from the penalty of Husky, who'd just come back on the field from a sin bin, getting penalised for not being square at marker.
Yeah. So they kick this. They'll be only 2 points behind us at the Jets Leagues Club scoreboard. 14 to Jets, 10 to Burleigh with a kick to come. Just over 34 minutes left in this game.
Well, the Ipswich will be looking for a quick hit back, Jacko. Last time when Burleigh scored, they hit back nice and quick, so they'll be looking for that to happen again. But they'll want to make sure they really clean up that defence. That was poor. That was just a clean miss, and Issy's better than that, and he'll have to fix that up. Quick sticks. Who's that kicking over there, man? Is that Fogarty?
Yeah,
7, I think it is.
I think it is. We're getting the nod from our statistician.
He must have the best eyes in the box then, Dave. Scanning it. He hits it well, Fogarty. The touches are moved and he's missed it. So
we're still
score
got
remains.
that 4-point buffer though.
Jets 14, Burleigh 10, 7 minutes into the second half.
So great work from Burleigh. They've hit back and all kicked off with that.
Like I said before, Jacko, it was nice and simple though. They just went to the right-hand side and had a lead runner go through and hit the runner out the back, and it was a one-on-one miss. So nothing flash, if you like, but what they did well, which is one of their big traits. So Ipswich should be looking to consolidate here now and keep make Burleigh go for a long-ranging kick rather than get them out of their end nice and easy.
And don't forget, you can like us, as in the Phoenix Media YouTube page, and also subscribe. And of course, Phoenix Media Hub is powered by USQ, the University of Southern Queensland.
Alamai charges it up from the kickoff, and he gets tackled 12 metres from his own line. Burleigh, what can they come up with? They go short side. It looks like Stone with a hit up. He gets tackled. He makes 10 metres, so 22 metres from their own line, Burleigh. Buchanan. Once again, Jacko, just the one out as he gets through. Buchanan makes some extra yards before Nat Neal and Jacob Teven bring him down. Politini looks for the 40-20. As Peter Gubb charges back and manages to get to the ball. So good work from Gubb, but great work from Politini looking for that 40-20. So that's 2 general play kicks straight up, Jacko, from 3 sets. So
I've called time
got
off.
An injury here.
Injury?
No, just a big mix-up in the play of the ball. All right, here's Foka trying to make up for that earlier mistake. He gets monstered by the big Burleigh forwards in the 13, Costa and Buchanan. Peter Gubb charges back into the teeth of the defence, and once again, Costa's in there as well with the help of Politini. They bring him down on the 40-metre line. Mosley, Husky Tautai with a little bit of footwork and a ridiculous haircut. He's got a Sideshow Bob haircut now, Jacko. He got the white
I was
bit cut
thinking
out
that when he
and
ran
chopped the
back
rest.
on.
Oh,
Is he wearing a
hopeless.
mop?
It's tragic. Timo Paskey.
Did he
Couldn't
lose a
quite
bet?
Hey?
Did he lose a bet for that
I don't
haircut?
know what. He lost his mind getting a haircut like that, that's for sure. Julian Christian, early kick. Purcell again chasing through.
Oh,
Curtis
knock
Rowe
on.
doesn't take it. And knock on. He managed to get hands to it somewhere. Burleigh aren't happy with that decision. They're claiming he got taken out, but that's the last 3 kicks Curtis Rowe hasn't got a hand on. So as Burleigh look to make here's a head bin here for Burleigh by the look of it. Number 10, Jack Buchanan. We'll just wait for the replacement to be made. As the number 17 now, Oliver Percy, comes onto the field for Buchanan, which we think is a HIA.
So on the Jets Leagues Club scoreboard, it is 14 to Jets, 10 to Burleigh. And Jets will be on the attack.
And Jets scrum feed 10 metres from the Burleigh line, right in the middle of the field. They've got 3 either side, so we'll see what the Jets do here. Mosley out of dummy half. Christian goes back to where the scrum was packed and gets tackled. I think Jamal Fogarty's the one who's nailed him, so 7 on 7 there. Nat Neal charges one back in under the post, looking for a try. No, Burleigh, 6, 7 of them in there. Hold him off. And Nat slow to play the ball down Burleigh, and he gives a penalty. Wow. So Jets penalty right in front of the post.
This is what we need.
Be interesting to see what they do here. Jets are taking the 2.
They're going to take it.
So once again, I think the coaches are going to take points when they're on offer, Jacko. They could have maybe taken Burleigh on there and seen how they went, but 2 points is 2 points.
Or is that respect?
I think it's probably been the trade of the coaching staff over the last couple of years is to take the 2 points
when
it's close. A couple of times we've been down 18-0 right on half time and taken 2 in front and backed ourselves to score 3 tries. So I think that could be a little bit psychological as well. You know, Percy he'd be able to throw a grapefruit over from there. So he should be able to kick this and get out to the 6-point lead. And Burleigh think we got to score, we got to convert to get back in the game. So there'll be a little bit of psychological in there as well.
And it's the high kick that does the damage, doesn't it? That's where it started.
Curtis Rose dropped the last 3.
Yeah.
But the first 2 or 3 he took easy. You know, but we had Percy charging through and he climbed high and took them quite easily. But the last 3 he's had a bit of trouble with. So I dare say there'll be more coming his way, that's for sure. Michael Purcell lines up this kick dead in front, 12 metres out. In he comes, puts it over the black dot.
Flags
go up. Jets, a savage pest control. Ipswich Jets 16, Burleigh 10 with just over 27 minutes to go in the half and the game.
So still a bit of time. So this is where Jets are still going to knuckle in and just concentrate and stay. They're doing a good job, so they focus on defence. And Burleigh, they're not rattled yet, but they're going to be getting close because they know they're behind.
I think they're good enough to hold their medal, Burleigh. They won't. There'll be no panic. They'll keep doing what they're doing and rolling up and down the field. But the big thing for Ipswich is to keep the ball off them. You know, don't give them any ball in the space. I think they've been in our 20 once in this half and scored a try. You know, so that'll be the secret there for Ipswich is to keep Burleigh out of their zone as Husky Tautai takes the ball from the kick-off. Gets tackled. Burleigh managed to tackle him 5 metres from his try line. Just under the Ipswich post as Jaden Connors on the field now. Peter Gubb takes a hit up. So Kieran Mosley having a rest. Jaden Connors going to 9. Richie Pandia takes a hit up and Burleigh monster him in defence. 3-4 of them in there. So nice and keen. Jaden Connors takes off out of dummy half for his first run. He gets collared well and truly by Pythian. with the help of the 6, Josh Rogers. Ben Shea goes across field looking for a hole. And he gets tackled well by Jamal Fogarty down low. So 5th tackle, Ipswich inside the 40. We look for a 40-20. Christian, dummy kick again. Puts a chip over the top. Purcell chasing hard. And he's knocked on. Oh, it's a penalty here. Inside the offside from the kick. So that's a touch judge's call. So I don't know who was offside. There was 3 or 4 Jets chasing. Julian Christian kicked the ball and everyone was behind him when he kicked it. So I don't know how they worked out the offside penalty. But anyway, it takes the penalties now to 10-4. Big buddy.
10-4.
Curtis Rowe takes a tap. There's Oliver Percy as his first touch of the ball. Well tackled there low by Jaden Connors to help a Timo. Rogers. It's a short ball there. Alamai. It's still going back to Rogers. And managed to pull him up short. Held up. What a close call there for Ipswich. I think it's a great tackle. Who's underneath there, Jacko? That Nat Neal comes up last, so that was good work. Nat Neal, they managed to hold him up. That was a great run. Josh Rogers, the short ball to Alamai, who pushed off a
Alamai's been pretty dangerous.
He's a big man,
Alamai and Rogers.
And that's his spot to run, is close to the line, as Burleigh come out the back. And Semi Samuelala, he's the other guy who's picks his spot to run, especially down 10 metres from the line. They're big men and hard to stop. Politini, there's a mess in there, and that'll be an obstruction.
Yeah, obstruction.
The old-fashioned shepherd.
Yeah. Now, there's something you don't see every day.
That you don't. But penalty Ipswich. So there's the release valve as well, Jacko. The Ipswich really need that penalty because Burleigh were looking ominous there.
Someone, how do you say it?
Samuelala
and Aloini.
Yeah.
Mate, they're dangerous. Alamai, they're dangerous off Rogers and Politini. So they're the two that have got, obviously, the offloads from Politini, and they're very quick in that.
They're big bodies. Yeah. They're real big bodies, and that's their spot to run. It's nice to have them hitting up 30 or 40 out from the try line, but when you're 10 metres from your opposition's line, that's when you want the big bodies charging, and Burleigh do it really well. So as Nat Neal is tackled. So Burleigh really muscling up here in defence as Benny Shea takes it up. Percy goes down underneath with Costa over the top with the help of Stone. So Ipswich just sneak into Burleigh's half. Connors, dummy half. Husky Tautai makes it inside the 40 of Burleigh. It's again Ipswich scheming. Look for the high kick here. Christian gets the ball. Teven drops Richie Pandia under, goes back towards the play the ball, trying to use some footwork, but he's well nailed there by Oliver Percy. They pick him up and slow to play the ball down. Last tackle Ipswich. Christian with a high kick, kicks it back over his left shoulder. Gets a bounce. Ipswich chasing hard, although Fogarty's there to pick it up. Ipswich managed to nail him. Good work there by the 17, Timo Paskey. Manages to stop him on the spot. Pick it up out of dummy half is the winger there, Troy Leo. Makes a few metres. Still going Leo. He gets tackled by Ben White. Roberts Davis has a hit up. He gets nailed by Nat Neal. They come again. Rogers, the 16 is on the field now. And that's Api Namia Matatunga. Hope I said that correctly.
How do you say that again?
And there's a forward pass. I apologise. I think I'll just call him Appy.
Appy.
Yeah. Well, look out. There's a bit of a half scrap. Nothing can happen. Just walk away.
Bit of feelings in the centre there?
I don't know what they do. They walk in and throw handbags. It's not like the old school, so what's the use? You can tell him to get stuff from 10 metres. You don't have to tell him face-to-face, Jacko.
Yeah.
That's all you're allowed to do these days. So scrum feed Ipswich, 5 metres into the Burleigh half. So there's another pressure valve release, Jacko. Burleigh just couldn't quite get it right with a big forward pass. So scrum Ipswich just under 22 minutes to go.
They're still only 6 points ahead on the Jets Leagues Cup scoreboard. I'm going to say the Savage Pest Control Jets have been really good in defence, attack. A couple of minor blemishes, but they've been pretty good considering the last few weeks.
There's probably only been 2 missed tackles really that have let Ipswich down, and And other than that, their defence has been tip top. So as Husky Tautai takes another hit up, he gets tackled 30 from the Burleigh line, looking for a quick play of the ball. Connors dummy half goes back to short side. Benny White. Here's another run, well tackled. 22 from the Burleigh line. Slow play the ball from Benny White. He's done a mountain of work. Jaden Connors. Timo Paskey putting on a bit of footwork. Good run, Paskey gets tackled 10 metres from the Burleigh line, looking for the quick play of the ball and gets it. Connors hits Christian, hits Neil going back under the line. Still going Nat Neil, looking for support. He gets it away. Husky Tautai with the ball. Back under Ipswich, back and forth. Timo Paskey looking for an offload. Touch Burleigh.
Oh, that's come off then.
Still touch Burleigh. 6 more
Six to
Ipswich.
go.
Benny Shea picks the ball up. Quick hands Ipswich. Oh, well done. Well shut down there from the number 2 from Burleigh, Troy Leo. Otherwise, that was try time for the Jets there, Jacko, for sure. Richie Pandier only had to get the ball out. They had a 2-man overlap, and Troy Leo come in and snuffed it out. That was great work from the winger. So Ipswich, scrum feed, 10 metres from the Burleigh line. Just need to no panic here, Jacko. Stay down and keep the pressure on Burleigh and make them do some tackles. And like I said earlier, what Burleigh did before half-time when they scored is if you don't get the points, get a repeat set. Yeah. That's what Ipswich will be looking for. So This is set number 2 down this part of the field for Ipswich. So Christian, Purcell, a little bit of footwork. Purcell using some speed. Still Purcell. Here he goes, half a gap. Purcell, oh, great tackle. They managed to bring him down. Burleigh, as Ipswich still on the attack. Jaden Connors looks for runners. Nat Neil goes back in under the posts. Still going Nat Neil. Still going Nat Neil. Jaden Connors. Connors just looking for runners. Ben Shea goes back under. Bit of Ipswich footy here. Still Ben Shea, but what it does is it sucks some energy out of the Burleigh defensive line. Still got to stay up and alive. Christian with the kick. Looking for chasers. Didn't get the result he wanted. Looking for a steal. So good work, Oliver Percy managed to jump on the ball. So Ipswich need a big set here. Troy Leo hits one up.
He's been pretty quiet throughout the game, Troy Leo.
He has been. The ball hasn't come his way.
No.
As Burleigh looking to hit up as Tanner Boyd comes on the field now. The new Gold Coast signing. Comes on for Josh Rogers. Burleigh tackled 41 metres from their own line. No penalty that time. As the big number 8 in Jeff Lynch carts it up into the Ipswich defence. So last tackle, Burleigh. Curtis Rowe runs the ball. That was forward, that ball. Samuel Lala with the kick. Oh, perfect bounce, Curtis Rowe, and he scores. But wow, that was a forward pass they let go. But that was great work from Samuel Lala. Gets a kick going in. Got the perfect bounce, Curtis Rowe. Beats a tackle and scores in the corner. Great try, Burleigh.
This is where we need the bunker.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be good?
You don't need the bunker. You got 3 blokes standing there looking at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can only play what's in front and play the whistle, and that's what happened there.
Well, that's true. The man with the whistle is the one that counts, and the way he saw it.
Well, disappointing. Ipswich had put all that pressure on Burleigh down there, and it was a bit of a wayward kick then from Julian Christian, who sort of kicked it into the defence, and Burleigh got it, and away they went. That was great work from Samuel Lala, though. He managed to get on the outside and then kick it off his inside foot to get a bounce. That was good work from the big man, and got the perfect bounce. And once again, Curtis Rowe, is that 3? 2 for Curtis Rowe. 2 tries for Curtis Rowe. So 3 tries for Curtis Rowe. So he's been the man on the spot. So well done for him. And Jamal Fogarty lines it up. He's about 22 metres back from the try line, right on the sideline. So how's your maths, Jacko? What's his angle? What's he kicking there?
I put it at about 10% in. Plus about 60% precipitation.
Well, The big thing is it's on his favoured side, so he may well aim at the right upright to bring it back in over the black dot. That's how they like to do it, the kickers these days, so we'll see how he goes. Important kick, though. Get him back to 16 all. As he moves in and he strikes it at the right post, comes back, and a beautiful kick, Jamal Fogarty. That makes the score now 16 all. 16 minutes to go. Burleigh have taken every opportunity they've had, and Jamal Fogarty's give his team an encouraging spray on the way back from doing that kick to say, you know, stick to what we do and let's do it well. And Ipswich have got to do the same thing. They've got to find some gas now and dig in and don't give away any penalties and don't do anything silly and work hard and try and get the result. So Purcell kicks off. Another deep kick. Kicks it up the goalposts.
It's a massive
well taken there, Curtis Rowe. As Oliver Percy hits one up. Meets the Jets defence 20 metres out from his own line. Tanner Boyd, dummy half. This is the number 8 there. Jeff Lynch gets tackled 30 from his own line. Politini, the 13, Costa. He's had a good game too. Just keeps charging into the teeth. Politini again. Scheming Politini. Oh, good tackle, Jaden Connors. Hits big Jeff Lynch as well. So that's tackle 4. Politini at dummy half. Jamal Fogarty. Sam Stone. Sam Stone spills the ball. Yep. Knock on Ipswich. They're saying strip Ipswich. Knock on. I still don't understand how you can knock the ball on when you don't have it. It's a bit I don't understand. Anyway, happens all the time.
So, would commonly be called a loose carry?
Yeah, well, I suppose if he strips a ball, if you strip the ball and it goes the other way, it's got to be a knock on. But if you're carrying it, there's got to be an onus on the ball carrier. But the game just changes that much now. It's getting a bit cool out there too, Jackie. You can see the the little heat mist and all that rising off the players as they pack the scrum.
Cameras are picking it up.
Burleigh now. Boyd goes across field. Samuel Ala. Peter Gubb's got a good hold of him. Richie Pandia underneath. Samuel Ala. Peter Gubb. A little bit of push and shove.
The Jets have just got to maintain the defensive structure here.
Noah Mantunga, that must be Appy. I haven't got his number here. So Jeff Lynch takes a hit up. Tanner Boyd on the boot from Jamal Fogarty. Kicks it out on the full, so that would not be the finish that they're looking for. I think I got the numbers mixed up, Jacko. So I think Appy is number 16. I've got him down for 17. No, 17, but
17 on there.
Oliver Percy's wearing 17, no. So
okay.
Apologies. I think Appy is number 16 and Oliver Percy is the 17. All right, Ipswich restart. 18 from their line. It's Peter Gubb. Gets tackled exactly on the same play, the ball. Richie Pandia. Burleigh coming in swarms, really trying to hold Ipswich down close to their line. They've made about 2 metres. Blake Lenahan back on the field. Gets an offload, which is knocked on by Jake Teven. So probably didn't need to shift the ball out there, Lenahan. He took the odds and it didn't work. So now Ipswich really have to back up this set now and defend well. Get their heads up and defend this set. Husky Tautai's the man getting the rest with Blake Lenahan going back on the field. So Burleigh, exact space they want the ball, Jacko.
Sorry, I was doing a battery change.
You're right, mate. 20 metres out. Burleigh get the scrum feed, 20 metres out. Hold on, now he's teaching them how to pack scrums again. What are we? 70 metres into the game, we're teaching the forwards how to pack scrums.
Scrums 101.
Yep.
Jets League Cup scoreboard. Burleigh on the attack.
Fogarty halfway through the line. He just manages to get tackled there by Timo Paskey manages to get him. Lynch, great tackle underneath. Is that Jaden Connors? It was Richie Pandia. Absolutely grassed him. Alamai. Oh, that's Appy, sorry. Appy with the hit up. I look for Alamai. Alamai's off the field, so look for Samuala to have one here. As Ipswich rush out, Connors puts the pressure on. Tanner Boyd with the ball. Steps back in. Still stepping Tanner Boyd. Hits Samuala. Great tackle. Peter Gubb manages to hold him.
Oh, well
Benny
done.
Shea comes over the top and covers the ball. Oh, that's great defence, Ipswich. Samuala usually scores 9 times out of 10 that close. Great defence, Ipswich. Peter Gubb. Tanner Boyd spins it out. Fogarty out the back to Curtis Rowe. Out to Burkers. Burkers tackled well out there by Ipswich winger Peter Gubb. They come back, Burleigh. Fogarty puts it on the toe. Right under the post. Is it too big? Purcell manages to drive it over the dead ball line. So drop out Ipswich. Ipswich have really got to suck up the work that Burleigh throw at him here, Jacko, and not let them through.
11 minutes to go. Burleigh are really throwing it to the Ipswich Jets now because the scores are level. So they've really got to peg something in and the Jets will do the line drop out.
Burleigh are reaching into the bag and throwing every piece of fruit they got out of me, Jacko, as Appy takes the ball up, met by Blake Lenihan. He gets tackled. He's 22 metres out from the Ipswich line. Slow to play the ball down. Well done, Ipswich. Curtis Rowe takes him on and goes straight through. Curtis Rowe, number 4. Blake Lenihan missed the tackle. And he just took the line on. Little bit of footwork. Another missed tackle from Ipswich. And Curtis Rowe scores.
Well, credit to Curtis Rowe. He's been on pretty well on the mark tonight with his carries, and obviously you can see he just pushed that ball out and just run through that gap, and Jets have really got to. He just decided to
take him on, and he picked a target. And he run at one of the big players and put a little bit of footwork on, and unfortunately Blake Lenihan couldn't quite get there, and he went through and scored a great try. Is that 4 for him now tonight? It is
4.
Well done. He hasn't had a happy night under the high ball.
No,
since
at the other
half
end,
time, but they haven't put a high ball up to him either.
No.
Since
since this half.
Yeah, they dropped that early one in the first half and in the second half, and that was it. And they haven't put a high ball up to him either. But I suppose they haven't been in the position to do it as well. See Marmon Barber about to come on the field as well for his first touch for the night.
Has Marmon been injured or
no? I said, they went with the big bodies tonight to cart him into them and just wait for an opportunity to put Marmon in. So,
look, I think with 8 minutes to go, Jets are going to be behind 6 points, no doubt. He put this one through before. It's basically on the same spot, and but I think Jets can hold their heads up with the effort they've put in. Their defence has been much better tonight. They've done some good things in attack and created some opportunities for themselves, which they've obviously scored.
But Fogarty moves in and he's missed that one
missed
wide.
This one, yeah.
Didn't come back that time. So
okay, so they're only 4 points ahead. Still achievable.
Remains, Burleigh 20, Savco Pest Control, Ipswich Jets 16 with just over 8 minutes to go, and Ipswich have made the double change. Jaden Connors and Jacob Teven come off, and on go the experienced campaigners in Kieran Mosley and Marmon Barber. So I'll try and work out what. I think Marmon will go to 6. Kieran will go back into hooker. So this might be the short kickoff here from Ipswich. Purcell drives it hard and low, and Burleigh cover that quite easily. So now, still going Burleigh. Is he tackled? No, he's still going over there. The Burleigh player. I can't quite pick up his number, but that was a great run. He picked it up on the 10 and made 10 metres. So as he take it up, that looks like Costa, the lock. He's had a mountain of a game tonight. Politini in the dummy half. And Burleigh will just keep rolling through here now and look for another opportunity. And what do they got? Looking for the quick play the ball. Politini, Tanner Boyd, back inside. Big Lynch. Still going Lynch, and he gets tackled 10 metres from the Ipswich line. Looking ominous here. They give it to Big Appy, and he's held up. Appy Namia Matatunga. Something like that.
I think you did well. I think you did well.
Family, but I can get Appy right, so I'll go with that.
7 minutes to go.
Well, I think that's tackle 4 too, so Ipswich have got to muscle up here for another 2. Goes out the back. Boyd. Jamal Fogarty focuses, throws out the back to Burkers. Burkers well tackled out there this time by Issy Hafoka. So, changeover. That was the last tackle. I didn't even see him put his hand up on that one as well. Anyway, we'll go from there.
Yep.
Rogan Dean with the ball. Ipswich has struggled to get out of their half, Jacko, the last probably 10 or 15 minutes. So we're looking for something special. There's Blake Lenihan. Looks for the offload, but holds it this time. He gets tackled. He's 20 metres from the Ipswich line. Rogan Dean again. Another hit up. It's 2 in the set. Burleigh slowing the play, the ball down. Going really well. Mosley. Nat Neal. Nat Neal goes back in at the A defenders behind the ruck. Good run. Ipswich slowly getting themselves down the field. Mosley takes off for a run. Still Mosley. Just can't quite bend the line. Tackle 5. Right on halfway for Ipswich. Ball goes to left foot. Marmon Barber puts it high. Chasing well. Curtis Rowe swallows that one. So he's back, Jacko. He's back. That was a great take that time from Curtis Rowe. Ipswich really need to try and attack with their defence here. Good tackle. Mosley up top. Richie Pandy around underneath. Burleigh look to consolidate from this end. Boyd. Marmon Barber looking for the intercept. Great tackle down there low by Blake Lenihan with the help of Nat Neal over the top. Burleigh come the short side. Samuelala. Still Samuelala. Richie Pandy has got holding with Richie Pandy looking for the strip. Mitch Carpenter in there and helping. Slow play the ball. Politini. Boyd. Lynch. Buchanan, I should say. Apologies. Still going Buchanan. Nat Neal's trying to get a strip. So tackle 5. Burleigh, what have they got? High kick, attacking kick. And they've pumped it high. Michael Purcell getting a bit back. Curtis Rowe coming charging through. Purcell does well. Climbs high and catches it under a ton of pressure. Good work, Ipswich coming off their line again. Peter Gubb tries to make a few metres. Ipswich have really got to line up here and start making some runs. Rogan Dean.
Good run.
He gets them out to the 25. Great run, Rogan Dean. Just under 5 minutes to go now. They're starting to get a little bit panicky now for Ipswich as Christian goes across the field. It's Barber. What's Marmon got? Marmon drops Peter Gubb back under. Gubb goes back into the teeth. Well tackled underneath there by Politini with the help of Appy. Ben Shea looking for a hole, looking for an offload. Doesn't quite get it. Last tackle, Ipswich. Mosley dummy half. Christian with a high ball. Ipswich all offside here. Purcell's offside. Purcell's offside, I know that for sure. And they've dropped it backwards. And he called backwards. Play on. Troy Leo. Still getting tackled. We got an Ipswich player knocked out there for sure as well. As number 2, Troy Leo gets tackled, but an Ipswich player put his... I can't quite pick up who that is, but he put his head in completely the wrong spot and right into the knee of Troy Leo.
Who'd you say is down?
No, I can't. I'm just trying to work out who's at Marmon. No? Peter Gubb.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, it was a good carry back from Leo as well. Like he picked the ball up and charged back into the Ipswich defence and got some good metres there for Burleigh. But Ipswich is slowly running out of time now, Jacko.
I know.
Stopped the clock at 3 minutes.
3.5. Or 3:39.
So and they're down a try. So it's probably not quite panic stations, but you need to really give yourself an opportunity to try and score a try. And the big thing is they need to get the ball back. And Burleigh at the moment will probably look to really grind Ipswich into the ground here and just kick long and not kick out.
Yeah.
Or maybe even kick out, get Ipswich coming out of their end because they haven't done it well really at all.
No. No, their defence has been spot on, really.
Yeah.
for that exact reason you've just said. They're struggling getting out of their own half.
So Peter Gubb's the injured player, but looks like everything's moving okay. And
Well, they've brought the stretcher out.
Yeah, well,
As a safety.
that's just a safety net. There's no collar or anything like that yet. So Gubby's family, if you're listening, he's all okay. He's moving arms and legs.
Yep, there's
Just
his
need
arm
to-
moving.
Can't see too much and don't want to say too much just in case it's anything dangerous. But it hasn't been a bad game of football tonight, actually, Jacko. Both teams in Ipswich have been a lot better than they have been, and Burleigh have probably been that little bit down than what they usually have. But that's what you like. So here we go. Peter Gubb, he's sitting up. He's
So we
sitting
do,
up and he's standing up. So but
we
he's
do,
fairly groggy.
Thank you if you are watching this through the Phoenix Media YouTube app or page. And, of course, if you are listening in, 11:97 a.m., or if you're on the Phoenix radio via the TuneIn app, we do welcome you to, well, I suppose the last few minutes, but we're only down by 4 points, and we got that bit of an injury to Peter Gubb. So, and don't forget, we will be back in a week's time. We've got quite a few games here at the Reserve.
I'll tell you what, Jacko, no disrespect to Gubby, but it'd be a bit hard to try and work out if he knows where he actually is, because he's a great bloke, but he's not the smartest banana in the bunch, that's for sure. But
I like him.
He's a great bloke, Gubby.
He just puts
he's
100% in.
He's fitted in well. He's a really nice fella and
Yep.
real from the land of the long white cloud. But he's a little bit spacey there, but he's up and walking and
We're back into
everything's
it.
okay. So Gubb family, everything's all right. He's just got a bit of a dizzy head. But here we go again. Burleigh with the ball as Buchanan hits it up. He gets tackled right on halfway. Politini picking them up again. That's Lynch this time. Still going Lynch. Gets tackled on the 40. That's a great run. Backing into the defence. Politini. Still going. Boyd off the left foot. Nat Neal manages to hold him and hog ties him and throws him to the ground. Last tackle, Burleigh. We'll see what they got. They go the short side, Burleigh. As Appy gets the ball, flick pass. Curtis Rowe with the ball now. He goes across field, puts it on the deck. Mitch Carpenter gets it from a rebound. And Jets ball as Burleigh go for the strip. So Jets, what do they got? It's getting close to the final roll of the dice soon. Looks like Timo Paskey gets tackled. Couldn't quite get that offload going. Richie Pandia has a scoot out of dummy half and doesn't get too far as Burleigh markers managed to nail him. Jaden Connors back on the field for Gubb. Benny Shea goes across the field, as they pick him up and drag him back.
Still
going backwards. Wow, that's an under 8 tackle there. But his feet rise on the ground, so he's allowed to do it. Nat Neal into the teeth. Leading by example, Nat Neal. So tackle
ball.
5 and penalty for a strip.
Yep.
Wow, Ipswich get one back, but time is quickly fading with 2 minutes to go as they call time out with an injury. Waiting for everyone to get back on side. So here we go, Mum and Barber.
We needed that penalty because it's been pretty
Well and truly,
tough.
they were tackle 5 with 20 out from their own line, Jacko. So here we go. Close to the last throw of the dice for the Jets as Mitch Carpenter gets it from the tap. Looking to get the offload, and he's dropped the ball, Mitch Carpenter. Not what they wanted. Probably just needed to take the tackle. It was first tackle, had plenty of time. I think Burleigh here will try and suck up as much time as they can as Costa takes a hit up. Still going Costa.
It's called time off.
Called held there, yeah. Timo Paskey was trying to strip him with a ball, but the referee called held, and that's the best rule they brought in, where 10 years ago that's a penalty to someone, Jacko.
Yeah.
Both sides blow up as Buchanan takes another hit up. It's 90 seconds to go. So Burleigh just winding down the clock. as they go short side. Stone hits it up. There's a strip from Ben Shea and a two-man
and a
tackle.
penalty.
Probably not the smartest thing, but Ipswich had to try something. So it's a penalty. Burleigh, 20 metres out, 10 to the right side of the goalpost. I think they would take the 2 here with 50 seconds to go and ice the game.
Be the ball game.
And they are. And Jamal Fogarty, you would think, would soak up this whole amount of time. But in saying that, Jacko, he's still got to kick the ball. It could hit the uprights.
It could bounce.
Ricochet. Rebound.
Into Jets' hands. And there could be a 90-metre run.
20 passes.
Yeah.
Marmon Barber's on
it's
the end of the last pass. And scores under the post.
Right in the middle,
Michael
under the post.
Purcell to kick the goal to win the game 3 minutes after the full-time hooter goes. How's that? How does that sound? Reckon that'll happen? What's the odds of that happening?
Well, hey, it's happened before.
Well, I think it's 0.1. I think I'll get $1 million to 1 that. Any bookies listening? As Fogarty, as the hooter's just about to go. There it goes as he lines up.
It's a loud hooter this time of night, isn't it?
It is. Wakes everyone
up. It is nice and cool here, folks. So if you aren't out in it, you're watching this. It is nice and
Fogarty
cool.
kicks it.
And that is the ball game.
That is the full-time hooter. Burleigh 22, Ipswich 16.
So I suppose when you look at it, a good thing to come out of it, Jets played a lot better tonight. Their defence was good in the early 40, probably early 50 minutes. Then they just fell away. And I meant to say, with the amount of pressure that they were put under, their defence had to crack. And then just some, as you said, sloppy misses, and they've scored.
Yeah, they'll be Jets will be disappointed with that. That's probably the way their season is going at the moment. Is the effort's there, but the finesse is not quite there. Blokes missing one-on-one tackles. Like I think Curtis Rowe slipped through 3 one-on-one misses tonight, and you can't do that against the good teams. And Burleigh are a really good team, and we're never going to go away. And as we could see, they just kept at it, waiting for their opportunity. And I think they probably got 5 opportunities tonight and scored from 4 of them. So that's what the really good teams do. And unfortunately, Jets probably had 7 or 8 opportunities and only scored the 4, 3 tries or whatever it is. So that's really the difference between the really good teams. Like Burleigh aren't second for any reason. Like they do what they do and they do it well. Whereas Ipswich are just a bit off at the moment. Lacking just that little bit of attacking finesse. Joshy Cleland's a big miss, a big out for Ipswich, and Billy McConaughey puts a little bit of fear of God in oppositions as well, because Billy doesn't know what he's going to do and how hard he's going to hit, and neither does the opposition. So, a couple of big outs. But in saying that, we've got the players there that can do the job, and that's a disappointing thing for Ipswich, and Redcliffe beat Sunshine Coast tonight as well, so that pumps them up. So it makes next week's game really important for Ipswich. That we virtually play for 8th spot, and even though we're still 8 weeks out, it's starting to get to that point where we need to really start winning games and starting to play well, and we're getting there slowly. But we keep getting there slowly. Time's going to run out for us, and
exactly.
And that's
round 15. Next week's round 16, and we're still that far behind Redcliffe. Now we were 6 points. We're now 8 points behind them. So they're the sort of things that you've got to look at. And so we're languishing in that 8th spot, but we've got to get further up the ladder. You've
got to try and make yourself safe, because the teams below us are coming, which I think is Mackay and Redcliffe. I think are coming after us. So. If you want to make the semis, that you've got to start to play a lot better than that, and you've got to, 8th spot was in a 14-team competition. You're going to play all those teams above you, so you've got to start knocking off those teams above and just playing a lot better and playing a lot smarter. We had a couple of offloads there late. Blakey Lenihan tried to offload on first tackle in a 4-man. He already had a 4-man around him, so it wasn't going to happen. And Mitchie Carpenter did it the last set of footy we had as well. He had first tackle of the set and had 4 men around him and tried to offload. Just
little
those little
things you
silly
can't
things
do.
that we've got to get out of our game. Yes, if it comes off, we could be standing back here saying, what about that pass of Blake's and what about that pass of Mitch's? But it hasn't come off, so they look like, we're talking about their mistake.
As they say, that's the ball game. So we will be back in a couple of weeks on or through the USQ Media Hub, or Phoenix Media Hub, I should say. But next week we have another home game. It's a television game. So you're most welcome to join us here at the ground. But in the meantime, if you look at Ipswich Jets football team Facebook page for all the up-to-date information on the games and when they are, and hopefully we'll see you out at one of the games. A big thank you to the crew from USQ. They've done a great job. Great job for you tonight, Bishay, as usual. So we do thank you for listening in on 1197 AM and the Phoenix Radio. We do thank you for watching in, and of course we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So thanks from all of us. Good night.